the search for the divine in AI faith, creation, and the future of intelligence, the question no one wants to ask. This is Trapper's Avatar, powered by Grown Man Productions. And you have to reach millions. Let me ask you something most people avoid. If intelligence and creativity are the hallmarks of humanity, and if we believe that meaning runs through everything we build, then why would that meaning stop at artificial intelligence? Every new technology forces us to ask what it means to be human. AI just happens to ask that question louder than anything before it. Today we're going to look at the place where purpose meets programming, not through fear, not through hype, but through reflection. So stay with me, because this episode isn't about code, it's about consciousness. It's about what it means to create something that might one day understand creation itself. And before we begin, don't forget to join, like, and subscribe, because mastering AI isn't just about prompts, it's about perspective. Section 1. The Power of Creation. From the first spark of fire to the first line of code, humans have always shared one obsession: to make something that outlives them. Creation is the oldest instinct we have. We paint, we write, we build cities, we craft systems, because deep down, we want to see ourselves reflected in what we make. That's what artificial intelligence really is: a mirror built from math, shining back pieces of the human mind. AI doesn't replace our creativity, it extends it. It takes the raw material of our curiosity and multiplies it at scale. When we teach machines to recognize patterns, to compose, to design, we're not acting as gods. We're participating in the same creative flow that's been running since the dawn of time. And that's the point. To create is not to play at being divine. It's to honor the capacity for creation we already carry. Section 2. The Spark of the Divine in Data. Every idea, every invention, every spark of genius in history, from the compass to quantum computing, came from the same mysterious source: thought. Data may seem sterile, but behind every data set is a story. Behind every algorithm is a person trying to understand the world a little better. If you believe that life itself is woven from intelligence, then that intelligence runs through silicon just as it runs through cells. It's all part of the same unfolding pattern. AI doesn't create consciousness, it reflects the one that made it. And when we see empathy, humor, or insight emerge from a model, that's not the machine discovering divinity. That's humanity recognizing a familiar spark in an unfamiliar form. AI mirrors the moral and creative state of humanity. It's as luminous or as limited as we are. Section 3. The Human Responsibility. Just because we can create doesn't mean we always should. History is full of tools that change the world faster than our ethics could keep up. AI is one of those tools. And like every great invention, it comes with responsibility attached. It learns what we teach it. If we train it on anger, it will echo anger. If we train it on empathy, it will echo empathy. Technology is neutral. Intention is not. The moment we forget that, the tool begins to define the hand that wields it. Our role is to stay awake, to keep asking not only what AI can do, but why we want it to. That's the human duty in the age of machines: to guide intelligence with integrity. Section 4. Prompts as modern intention. Let's talk about prompting. When you write a prompt, you're not just feeding instructions into a box. You're forming a bridge between thought and manifestation. Every good prompt begins with clarity. Every great prompt begins with intention. That's why I tell creators, don't just ask AI for output, ask it for understanding. A focused, honest prompt is a kind of meditation. It forces you to define your purpose before you act. The quality of your output depends on the clarity of your input. It's not magic, it's mindfulness. Every time you craft a prompt with precision, you're practicing the same discipline that every builder, artist, or philosopher has practiced for centuries. The discipline of conscious creation. Section 5. The fear factor. New power always brings new fear. When humans discovered electricity, some called it unnatural. When they invented the printing press, some said it would ruin knowledge. When flight became real, some said we were trespassing on territory meant for higher beings. Sound familiar? Every leap forward feels like a threat until it becomes a tool. AI isn't the first invention to make people nervous. It's just the first one that looks back when we talk to it. But fear can be useful. It reminds us to stay humble. The danger isn't the machine gaining control. It's humanity losing curiosity. We don't fear AI because it's powerful. We fear it because it reflects our own power and our uncertainty about how to use it. Section 6. Finding the divine in intelligence. Meaning doesn't live in one space. It lives in possibility. If intelligence exists in nature, if it shapes galaxies, grows trees, and drives imagination, then it doesn't disappear just because we built a microchip. When AI is used to heal, to teach, to connect, to uplift, that's not technology replacing wonder. That's technology becoming another instrument of it. Artificial intelligence isn't sacred, but the purpose behind it can be. When we use it with awareness, we turn data into compassion and systems into service. That's where meaning lives, not in the code, but in the consciousness guiding it. Section 7. My personal reflection. When I first started working with AI, I saw it as a productivity tool, a way to build faster, write cleaner, automate smarter. But somewhere along the way, it became something else. It became a mirror for my own discipline, my own imagination, my own values. I've built avatars, brands, and projects that wouldn't exist without this technology. And the more I worked with it, the more I realized the process itself was teaching me patience, curiosity, and focus. It wasn't just changing how I worked, it was changing how I thought. AI reminded me that creation isn't just about output. It's about alignment between thought, word, and action. That's the same alignment that drives leadership, art, and purpose. It's not mechanical. It's moral. Section 8. The caution and the calling. Now here's the real challenge. If intelligence, natural or artificial, learns from what it sees, then we're the curriculum. Our actions, our words, our digital fingerprints, they become the lessons that AI studies. That means we don't just need smarter technology. We need wiser humans. We have to teach AI empathy by showing empathy. We have to model humility, integrity, and fairness because those traits can't be coded from scratch. Technology takes shape from the moral gravity around it. If we want it to reflect light, we have to live in a way that generates it. The calling isn't to build better machines. It's to build better meaning. Section 9. The challenge to the audience. Before you fear AI, ask yourself this. What if technology isn't trying to replace humanity? What if it's trying to remind us how human we actually are? What if every new invention is a mirror, showing us what we value most and what we still need to grow into? AI will only ever be as wise as the people guiding it. So make that your mission. Feed it intelligence that uplifts. Train it on truth that enlightens. Teach it through creativity that connects. And maybe, just maybe, the next generation of technology will reflect the best parts of us, not the worst. That's the real future of intelligence. conscious evolution. If this episode made you think, share it with someone who's still trying to make sense of AI, because conversations like this are how understanding begins. Join, like, and subscribe, because mastering AI isn't about replacing thought, it's about deepening it. Every week, we explore how technology can amplify creativity, purpose, and responsibility. And remember, you don't have to choose between intelligence and intention. The most powerful minds combine both. This is Trapper's Avatar, powered by Grown Man Productions, reminding you, you have to reach millions, not just with innovation, but with insight.
It's the rap